Peer pressure. Pressure. Peer pressure.
And we're live. Welcome back to another episode of Peer Pressure. It's your boy Brando in the building. I'm here today with my co-host, Damisito, aka the Latino Nelly, aka Shaking Your Belly. And we got a very special guest on the Peer Pressure stage today. Everyone, welcome to the show, Celinerrr.
That's not her name, man.
We have two pronunciations of the last name, so that's all my Pinoys out there.
Which one did you say?
I said the Americanized version. Dominic, give me
and
the...
me not being Pinoy, I'm going to say the real version. It is Malilai.
Yep.
Thank you.
I was waiting.
Wait, Malilai. There we go.
Yes.
Celine Malilai.
AKA Celinerrr.
How many R's?
There's
Three
three.
R's.
With 3 R's.
Very specific on the three.
Celinerrr with 3 R's. Got him.
You might know her from 143 SoundCloud, Hella Plays.
From Cuffin' Season. Boom. What's another one? You
Lock
play
and
that.
Key.
Lock and
Lock and
Key.
Key.
Classics. These are all Filipino classics out here. Any others?
Mansion.
Never even heard of that one.
I've
That's
never
in
heard that
Costa
one
Mesa.
either.
Ooh,
That's only like
OC
5.
action.
Yeah.
You didn't know about that. That's way out
No.
there. You know what I mean?
But I guess with this, we just wanted to get an introduction to you and your background, like as a DJ. If you could just introduce us to yourself and give us some background on that.
So I'm Celine. I go by Celinerrr.
3 R's.
3 R's only. I guess I can start with how I got my name.
Ooh, yeah.
If you're like a Justin Bieber fan, do you know like his song, the one with Nicki Minaj?
I'm a believer, so
Are you a believer?
I'm a believer.
I'm not. I faked it. I was fronting because I don't know that song.
Okay, well, in one of the songs, she goes, "You got to keep an eye out for Celinerrr," and she's talking about Selena Gomez. But I just like kind of took it from that because from that song, people would be like, "Oh, Celinerrr, she said your name," and so
That's kind of tight.
it kind of
Oh.
just stuck.
Wait, what song is it?
Oh shoot.
What? You got your name from this song and you don't even
The
remember?
one with Nicki Minaj. What's the name of it? I forgot.
Is it
Oh,
like-
is that the one with Beauty and the...
Beauty and the Beat. There
or
we
no,
go.
yeah. Beauty and the
Beauty
Beat.
and the Beat?
Yo,
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I've never heard that. I guess I'm not a believer.
Yeah, so people just like started calling me that, and then I put that as like my what do you call it? My name on Instagram.
right.
That's how it all starts.
And then like people would just be like Celinerrr, and then I just decided like that was my DJ name.
How long have you been doing it for? Like, when did you start?
I learned November 2014.
Wow. Do you have a specific
Yeah.
date? Like,
No,
you
I
remember?
remember
like,
it. Yeah.
What? How did you get your start? Like, what did you?
So I've been around music like my whole life. My dad DJ'd in the Bay Area when he was in high school.
Bay Area.
Yeah,
That's
so he
tight.
came from the
That's cool.
Philippines and came here and then like found a hobby in it. And then he played just for fun. It wasn't like a serious thing. And so growing up, like he kept like all the equipment. And then I just like was around music all the time. He DJ'd like weddings and debuts, and I was just around it. But I never learned until like junior year of undergrad.
Did you like approach
So-
him to like teach you or...
Yeah, I guess I kind of like came on the scene because like more girls started to DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I went to like selection events.
Hey.
Do you know what selection is?
No, we have no
Joking.
idea.
Shout out Joking.
My mom was way down here listening to Selection before he came.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started going to selection events and I was like, wait, I have the equipment. Like, why don't I just learn like myself? Because I've like always been into music and like even when MySpace is out, like I always like was into like making playlists and stuff like that. So I was like, why don't I just learn and then like it'd be fun to play if I ever get the chance. So I kind of just took that. And I'm really lucky to like have all the equipment because that stuff is expensive.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. So
Yeah.
are you like using like I don't know any DJ terminology. Do you have like the vinyl ones? Do you have like the
Yeah.
little
Yeah, I have like the turntables, like the Techniques
damn.
turntables
Ooh.
from like back in the day.
the old school
Like
ones?
luckily, like my dad took care of it, and like I could still use those.
And those like translate to like today's like digital...
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
that's
Because
good.
now we use like Serato. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you guys know what that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we just use like control vinyls and stuff like that. But I learned through there, and then we also have a controller at home, so I learned from a controller too.
Did your dad like teach you? Like did you ask him like I want to learn this? And he's like, oh, I can show you the ropes and stuff.
Yeah. So my dad taught me, and one day like I'm a kind of like an impatient person, so. The first day that I tried, I was like, why can't I get this? But then, like, honestly, it's not that hard.
Yo,
You learn to, like, beat match and the BPMs and then stuff like that.
I had to sit down with Dom one night. It was, oh my God.
Here we go.
There was some dirty
baby.
laundry.
This is what I want to hear
I
about.
was like, yo, Dom, like I really want to learn something, blah, blah, blah. I was like, bro, I think I'm going to learn how to DJ. Bro.
I have his turntable sitting upstairs
It's
in my
still-
room
I
right
just
now.
I left
You
it
have to-
here. I haven't even touched it. Like I tried it. I was like, oh, it's just really hard.
Like your turntables?
Yeah, like my little controller. I was like, yo,
okay.
this is
Little
like
Serato
super hard.
turntable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like bought Serato everything. I was like, yo, I really can't do
with it.
this.
Yeah.
It was like very difficult. Like for me, it was tough. But like, what do you think? What was the hardest part for you to learn?
Let's see. I guess like just transitioning is kind of hard. You know, you just like learning that you have to know that like certain songs can't go with certain songs even if you want them to because they just don't go because of the BPMs.
Yeah.
You get
For the
kinda
people who don't know what BPMs are,
sorry, beats per minute.
Per minute, drop some
the
knowledge.
technical knowledge.
You have like 71 and you have ones that are like 130 or like, I mean, that could translate to 65, but
Oh,
The sacred mathematics
that,
of DJ.
that quick calculation. Well, actually, that's 165. You could drop
No,
it down to half
65.
step. Or
yeah, but I mean, that, I guess like I would just get frustrated in the beginning because like I wanted to be perfect right away, but it just takes time and practice to DJ.
did he show you like all the ropes and stuff? Like, did he was like, okay, this is how you do this and this? And did you come to him like, can you teach me? And
Yeah.
like, how did that process go? Did you practice like every day and like, or like, did he still remember? Does he still DJ now?
Oh yeah, he still DJs now. We're actually DJing like together a wedding for my cousin in August.
Oh, that's lit.
That's cool.
Is
It's
that your
like,
first time
we've
doing
done
that?
it one time for
Oh,
a
okay.
wedding like 2 Novembers ago. But yeah, it was really fun. It's like it's always fun to do it with my dad.
I can imagine. That sounds.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So then so from learning from your dad, like how did that transition into like getting your first gig? Like what were steps in between that?
Okay, so I have a timeline because I thought. It was
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Give us
She's
the whole thing.
Break it down. She's about to pull out the map.
So I started learning November 2014, and I just practiced and practiced. And then like SoundCloud, everyone's on SoundCloud. I was like, why don't I put out a mix? And I kind of just did it like for myself because like I really love music. So I was like, this would be cool to listen to like at the gym.
Yeah.
So then I made a mix that's like now deleted because of copyright, but
Oh.
I made my first mix and then I like shared it on Twitter and stuff and I was like, oh, listen to this like if you want, like I just
Listen,
Like, if you want.
that little subtle like
Yeah.
listen to this. If
whatever.
you want,
link
I don't
in bio.
care.
No. And then I put that out for a little bit and then I think I put out like 2 more in the next year and then one day wait, what was the question? Sorry.
Like,
Like the steps like you took from learning from your dad originally, then to like your first gig.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so my dad was teaching me, and then I practiced all the time. I put out some mixes, and then I got my first gig June 2015. So
Side note.
The specifics.
I
are
know.
crazy.
Look at it.
I
That's pretty
remember.
crazy.
I know,
That's
I know.
pretty- She has them all like marked in her calendar at home, like a big calendar. Like, no. Sorry, I want to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
So your first mix, like when you put it out, did it get like a lot of
Was it
people listen
poppin'?
to it? Yeah, like
yeah,
how,
people listen to it. And they're like,
Ooh.
"Oh, this is really good," and I was like, "Oh shoot."
how many plays we talking? What's play count we're talking?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, so we did
But it was
that.
popping.
It was
I
popping.
trust you. We
We
trust
were
you.
talking like 1 mil.
I know.
You know what I mean? No big deal.
I wish. So then I just had some mixes out, and then one day I remember I was having like a really bad day, and I got home. I looked at my email, and it was an email from So Super Sam. And if you don't know her,
Whoa.
Whoa, really?
yeah, if
Just-
you don't know
whoa.
her, she's a DJ on Selection. Yeah.
Yeah.
She throws a party called 143, and I heard about it before. Have you been there?
I've never. Yo,
We've-
I've
no,
been talking.
our-
We've been
our-
trying to go for the past 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. We haven't been in
Really?
143.
Yeah,
you have to
we
go.
shout out Christian.
Yeah,
Christian's
our
been
friend-
trying to get us to go for 2 years.
He's like,
probably.
bro, can we go to 143? Like,
143, I'm really trying to go to
please,
143, bro.
Lock and key. Oh.
My mom's been trying to go to 143 low key.
No,
She sees pictures of it, and she's
She's
like,
a cool mom.
My mom's really into like the selection scene. She loves Joe K.
Oh,
She like
me
really
too.
envies his
And
life.
his voice.
Yeah,
Me
and
too.
his
Oh,
like,
I know.
so like, and she keeps up on all that, and
Mm-hmm.
she sees like 143 is like a popping spot to go, and she's like, yeah, I want to go, but it's gonna be all young people there, so she's not rocking with that.
No, there's some older people there.
I'm gonna go, and then I'll find out. I'll see if it's cool to
Scope it out.
Fun fact: the first time I saw So Super Sam, she was opening up for Anderson .Paak, and I went to that
No
concert with my mom. It was me, my mom, Christian was there. See Anderson .Paak and So Super.
You saw
Sam
her live?
opened up. Yeah.
Wow.
We were there. We're like, who is this? And we're like, oh wait. Then we figured it out.
Oh my god.
But sorry,
So you got the email,
Yeah, you
yeah.
got the email.
Yeah, I got the email from her, and she's like, "Hi, Celine. One of my co-founders forwarded your 143 or your mix to me and suggested like you want to play like as an opener at the next
What?
143."
And they just found it through
What?
SoundCloud.
Yeah, it was on
Wow.
SoundCloud.
You didn't reach out to anyone. You didn't like. You weren't like
yeah, it was just
pushing
on
yours.
SoundCloud,
Like, I'm
and-
trying to get a gig.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Sick. He's the other founder.
No.
Okay,
I guess
there's
we're really
like
not
3
All this
founders.
knowledge.
I know. I guess we're not
Sorry.
him.
There's 3 founders. There's So Super Sam, Sick, and Party Time. And
Okay.
Sick, he saw my mix and then he listened to it because I remember he commented on it.
What do you say?
Whoa.
Dope. Like,
Something like that. I don't know. I don't know.
Sick emoji.
Yeah, and then I guess she saw it too,
Mm-hmm.
and then she just asked me to play at the next month 143.
And they're all co-founders of 143, Sick and So Super Sam.
Yeah,
And party time.
you remember that?
Yeah, I started sneaking in
There's
there.
archive.
Yeah.
So how was that like going into that like first gig? Like, were you nervous or did you
Yeah.
drink a lot of pineapple?
No, I was so nervous because the funny part is I wasn't even 21.
Oh.
Yeah, and like Sam didn't know either. So
Did you say anything?
The day of, I was like, should I give you like my fake ID name or?
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're cool with her that you call her Sam now? You're like, oh yeah, Sam.
Oh, just Sam.
No,
You know
I
Sam.
remember she answered and she was like,
LOL.
wait, you're not 21 with like a million question marks, and I was like, I'm in trouble.
What did she say?
She's just like, wait, you're not 21, and then I had to tell her like everything, and then she's like, oh, you'll be fine, just walk in with us.
Oh,
Dang,
that's
that's
tight.
tight.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like you had like a gig and I can't get in. Sorry
Yeah.
guys. I guess I can DJ from out here.
Yeah, and the thing is, she didn't even know it was my first gig.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
Whoa.
How did
It
that?
was
Did you tell her
crazy.
the night of, or like how did that?
Yeah, so I was setting up my stuff, and then she goes, so where do you usually play? And I was like setting up my laptop stand, and I thought she meant like, where do you usually put your laptop and stuff? So I was trying to like put it in front, because you know you can play on the side. Or
Right,
in front of you.
right.
And then I was like, I usually play like on this side. I was like saying it like that, and then she was like, no, I meant like, do you play around LA? Like, where do you play? And I was like, this is my first gig.
What did
Sweats.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I thought she knew.
And then what did she say?
And she's like, no way. She's like, oh my God, you're going to do so great. And then she kind of just like, I could tell she was just like, oh my God.
She's like, oh, what'd I do?
We put a
I
newbie on the
messed
ones
up.
and
I
twos.
messed up.
Yeah. But it was fun. I'll remember that gig all the time.
Were you like nervous setting up your stuff? Like,
Yeah.
because I can like.
I was like shaking. I couldn't even eat the whole day.
Whoa.
Just worried about like, I don't know, like what people will think and stuff like that.
Were you the first one up that night, or?
Yeah, I was an opener. So I played like
okay.
9:30 to 10:30 or 11 or something like that.
Oh, see, wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Were you prepared to like? Cause
Yeah, for that one, since this was my first gig, I really like practiced my set, and I
Yeah.
really knew my playlist.
so you
Okay.
knew what
It's
you
like
were
no
going.
time for mistakes.
So for like every set you go into, like, do you run through all the songs you're gonna play, or do you kind of just play it like on the fly whenever you're there?
It depends. I usually have a crate, and I have like my playlist like for that specific party. So it depends on the party, because sometimes like the genres are. I mean, usually play hip hop and R&B, but
Yeah.
like sometimes I'll play like ratchet, like rap only. Or
Yeah.
Like,
Hey.
some people play like
Like Tyga?
throwback. No.
Like Rack City
Like,
only.
only
On
Tyga, Rack City.
Rack City 3-hour loop.
No, but like sometimes I'll play that like rap stuff, or sometimes I'll like mix it up with like Thousands R&B and then like some new stuff too. But usually I realize that like doing stuff on the fly is better for me.
Okay.
I just like, it's kind of like a surprise for me, surprise for everyone else.
You're like,
Yeah,
let's see what's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
And you
happen.
just, like, I mean, but with that stuff, you have to know your songs, because you can't just like play some random song that like you never even heard, and you're just like, oh shoot, where do I transition?
right.
Yeah.
Do you have like I don't know how DJing works at all. Like I've seen Brandon's.
Oh, ask me, dog. I got you.
I pulled out his stuff once because I wanted to try it out. Like I wanted to see what's up, and like I'm not no DJ at all, but I know you have like crates and stuff like that. So do you have different crates for different like moods or different like BPMs, or like do you divide your crates by certain stuff?
I mean, I should, but no, I don't. I do it by like I have crates and their names of like the names of the gigs.
Oh,
so I just
okay.
remember like if I go back to one, I'm like, oh, I played this at this gig, like, oh, I'll play it at this gig too.
Got
and
it.
just add it to that crate.
Do you ever feel like you get like repetitive with the songs you choose like all the time, or?
Oh, wait, yeah. Sorry, I want to ask another question after that. Sorry.
Yeah, I
follow up.
do. I have like favorites.
Yeah. Like go-tos, huh?
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, what's the like if you're at a party, right, or a gig or whatever you want to call it, and like you feel stuff getting kind of stagnant, what's like the go-to song that you know like this hits every time I play it? Like this is like a banger. Like what's the go-to song for you?
Shoot, I don't know.
Or if there's a couple.
It's usually like a throwback, because everyone just like, oh, like everyone
Yeah.
loves a throwback.
That's the feeling everyone like loves. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Like I always play Hey Ma. Like
Classic.
Yo, forever.
I always play that song. Like I wonder if people get annoyed at me, but I always play that
I-
song. Or like Mrs. Officer by Lil
Oh
Wayne.
my God.
Bro, yo,
Bro.
every time we go to parties, this is like
Oh.
there's like 5 songs we always play. It's Hey Ma, It's Miss Officer. It's Yo by Chris
Chris Brown,
Yo, yeah.
forever.
Ignition remix.
Oh my god.
Oh, of course.
Shout out to R. Kelly, but not really.
Like those never fail. Like those never fail. That's pretty tight.
Is it tough for you to like actively seek out new music? Because I know that like it's tough now with like, okay, when I was trying to DJ, like I was like, oh yo, I gotta download the songs now and shit, like have them downloaded on my computer. I can't just like stream stuff.
Yeah, and
Does
it
that
gets,
ever
like,
get
tedious.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because like downloading stuff takes a long time. When now we have like streaming
Yeah.
with like Apple and Spotify.
Yeah.
But and it's a little bit harder to keep like I don't listen to the radio that much.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But sometimes
right.
I force myself. So I'm like, what's on the radio now? I'm like, what's this song? And I have to like Shazam it or something.
To know what's like
Yeah.
what's hip and
to
what's
know, yeah,
Stay young.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the songs you have like on that you can play, you can't play streamed songs, right? You can't play songs like
No.
so you have to download them.
MP3,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Do you have to buy them or like do you
This is
like,
the DJ side right
Yeah.
here.
oh, my bad.
Yeah, you gotta buy them.
Oh, so you buy them? You don't like illegally torrent them or anything?
No, we
Is she saying that for the camera?
I know.
She's
On
like,
cam. No, support the artist, Mike.
She's like on the mic. No.
I try to support the artist as much as I can.
All right.
Have you ever gotten like when you're playing a live gig, like what's it like? Have you ever gotten like lost like while you're mixing and stuff?
Yeah.
And like, how do you recover? Like, what goes through your mind? Like, what goes through like your head when you're doing that?
Okay, so I played 143 for my birthday, like that year that I just started playing 143. So that was like October 2015. And I was like super excited about it, like, oh my God, I get to play 143 for my birthday. I got like super drunk.
Oh.
And yeah, that's what got me lost, which is a bad thing. I mean, it was a lesson learned because it never like really happened again.
How bad was it? Or do you remember how bad it was?
No,
Or-
I remember like I thought I was mixing well. My friend said like, it wasn't a mess. It wasn't like, oh my God, what is happening? But it was just like, she's like, you could have done better.
Oh,
She
that's
was
the
being
one.
honest. She was being
But
honest.
honestly, if your friend says you could have done better, that means you know it's like, oh,
Yeah,
that's probably
you could have
pretty
done better,
bad.
bro.
That's
Yeah.
pretty bad. Yeah, that's like I messed up.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's the only time like I really got like lost.
But and when you're up there, it didn't feel like that. Like you feel like, oh, I'm killing this shit right now.
No, I knew that I was like pretty drunk, but I didn't know it was like off.
right.
Do you have a favorite gig that you or a favorite like place that you play at? That's like
I really like playing at Lock and Key in K-Town. Have you guys been?
I've been on the outside.
Were you there with me that time?
the
I wasn't.
outside.
I've never been inside.
I pulled up one time and I was trying to get in. It was our friend's birthday, and I was like trying to get in, and I like testing my limits when I go to these types of
God.
places. So I showed up in my Crocs.
Oh,
I showed
no.
up with two white shooting. You know what shooting sleeves are?
Yeah.
Like with the NBA, showed up with two of those on, like a t-shirt
Why?
and like like a hat. And they looked at me, and I had like the t-shirt I was wearing. It had like one word printed on the front. It was our friend's clothing company. And he looks at me, and he's like, looks at my feet, and he looks at me. He's like, I can't let you in with that graphic shirt on. And I was like, I literally looked down at my feet to my Crocs. I looked at my like
My
my
arms.
my arms. I was like, for real, I can't get in because of my shirt. And he's like, yeah, man, I can't let you in with that.
It was a Crocs.
And I-
God.
You'd be surprised the places I've get into with these Crocs on. But yeah, so I didn't get in. I've been outside Lock and Key, but I've never been inside.
So you guys heard the music from outside.
I don't even. I was like, yeah, like I'm here. Then I just left. I don't know what happened. I really don't know why I was there. I forget.
What kind of music do they play on the
Like
inside?
hip hop and R&B.
Hey,
As-
I like it because it's like intimate. I keep hitting the mic.
No,
You're
it's all
good.
I was like, it's really intimate, and then it's like really good music, and it's just like a good vibe. Because I played like clubs, and like those are fun too. But I like dive bar feelings.
Yeah, like the smaller venues. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
What clubs did you play?
I played Mansion in Costa Mesa.
Oh, that's the one.
That's
said.
like probably like the biggest one I played.
like how many people are we talking about?
I don't know.
Like
But it's,
30,000?
a lot. I don't know. It's a big crowd.
Do you still get nerves? Like even though like you've kind of been doing this for a while. Like do you still get nervous when you get up there or?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Like the day that I have a gig, I can't eat.
really.
Even
yeah,
now, even to this day.
I get so nervous. Yeah.
And how many gigs have you done like up to this point?
Whoa, I haven't counted. Maybe like 40 to 50.
Wow.
I
Oh,
don't
wow.
know. Maybe.
But I do know, and like this isn't like your main focus in life. Like I knew you're going to school and stuff, right? For Oh, I forgot physical therapy.
Well, I'm not going to school yet.
Not yet.
But I'm
Not
She's
yet.
about to. She's about to.
Yeah.
She's about
Well, if
to.
I get in.
All right, hopefully
You will.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
will.
will.
You will. You're getting the peer pressure blessing.
Peer pressure.
But how do you? I mean, like, was it tough to balance that when you were in school and still trying to do gigs, or like, have you ever tried to pursue it like full time DJing or?
So I started DJing like my junior year of undergrad. So it was like already like the last 2 years of college. And yeah, it was kind of, I mean, I was in LA, so I was like near a lot of the gigs, but I still had stuff to do. Like I had to graduate and stuff. So I just pick and choose like which gigs I would do. Like I wouldn't do it if I had like finals like the next day.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, balancing it is just, yeah, you just got to balance it.
Ever since that first gig, right? So you never had like someone who was like, now even do you have someone who's like promoting you or like trying to like, do people just reach out to you? Is that how you're getting gigs? Like people?
Yeah.
No
I think
way.
it started, it was like kind of like word of mouth too. Cause
Yeah,
like once
yeah.
I got 1 for 3, then people started hitting me up for other things.
Like
And
143 is kind of a big.
It's
It's kind of a
popping.
big
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah,
right?
it's popping.
Like,
For your
Yeah.
first gig, that's a pretty like popping
Yeah.
spot.
I really liked it. I liked it when it was at Los Globos. It was in Silver Lake. Now it's at like a bigger venue. So it's
Oh, so
more
we
big
missed
time.
out on its heyday. Like we missed out on like the original local spot.
Yeah, actually the original was at Lock and Key.
oh,
Wow.
Yeah. So they started really small and then they like, I don't know where else they went, but
Dang. Wow. I wish I went to it.
yeah. I'm trying to go.
you can
for
still
real.
go. I mean, the Echoplex is really cool.
Oh, that's what they have it at the Echoplex now?
Wow.
Every last Thursday.
So
Trying to go?
I'm trying to go, my guy.
The anniversary is on like next month. So last Thursday of April.
Are you gonna go?
Are you play? Are
I
you
haven't,
there?
I haven't been in a while because I'm like busy, but like, I don't know, maybe.
We'll have to be there. We're gonna
Yeah,
go.
we're trying to pull up.
We actually went to I went to a show of yours at cuffing season.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
He did see you play. I didn't go to that one.
What?
I have never had this much fun as I did
Wait,
at cuffing season.
that was a fun gig too.
That was the
I would play there
craziest-
again. Yeah.
We went to then we brought him back
For the
they
next
They had a
one.
second one when Andre Power was
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
And we came back for the second one. I've never had as much fun going to like a bar or a club as I
Isn't
did.
it a cool venue?
It is a really cool spot.
It
I would
was
so
so
play
tight.
there again.
It was so tight. The only thing is like I don't like know. I didn't know when you went on. Like I had no idea when the DJs were switching over or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yo, how do they do that? Like, how do you switch over the DJs when you're in the mix? Like,
in the mix.
in the
in
you
the
have like
mix.
one song playing and then you have like fade it out and then like switch to the USB and like all this stuff.
oh, real
Do they
fast.
stop?
Yeah.
Does the music stop?
No, like there's a way to do it.
Yo,
Yeah.
the music never stops.
The music, please don't stop it. When we went the second time, they played 8 Kanye West songs in a row, and then we all
lost
of
my
our friends
voice.
are huge Kanye West fans. We're
Oh
like,
my
we
God,
found
how
our
fun.
spot. Like this
Yeah.
this is where we should go.
Yeah, and I really like the venue because it's like there's like outside, inside.
It feels very luxurious.
It is. It is really cool. Do you ever feel? Have you ever felt like out of all the gigs you played, like the crowd like wasn't feeling you? Has that ever been a thing?
There's definitely been some gigs where like maybe I'm like the opener or something and there's no one really there because you know some people don't go out to like 11 or 12.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just kind of have to like. I read this thing from Sam a long time ago. I used to be such a like a super
Inspo.
fan. And I would like I would like
Hey.
look up her interviews and stuff. But like there was one where she was like, you have to play like you're playing for 10 people or 10,000 people. Like you just gotta do your best and don't like just because there's like 5 people like don't play like shitty.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When you first got that, like, was it an email from? I'm gonna call her So Super Sam because I don't want to call her Sam because I don't know her like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I know,
Sam.
yeah.
But you're like,
So
yeah,
Super
you're like, I got
They're
them
like
like
besties, bro.
Sam,
No.
Sam texted me
Not
and she was
even.
like,
Just ask like.
so when you first got that, you were a big fan then, right?
Yeah.
So what? Not only like were you getting your first gig, but like someone you really looked up to. Like, can I say like she was one of the reasons you got into
Yes.
DJing?
Yes.
So-
For sure.
Can you talk about like that feeling of like getting into DJing because of someone, because like you looked up to someone, and then that person reaching out to you and being like, not only yo, someone sent me this and it's dope, but saying like, I want you to come perform at this thing that I started.
Yeah.
Like, was that a crazy feeling
Honestly,
for
it
you?
was like the best feeling ever because I went to so I played my first in June.
Mm-hmm.
I went to my first I think in March, April, yeah, no April. I
You
went
went-
to my first 1 for 3 in April,
Oh, okay.
and I told my friend I was like manifesting. I was like I'm gonna play here.
You're lying.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not even kidding. I was like I'm gonna play here.
Wow.
And like I was already DJing at the time, but I was like this is like my party. Like this is my music. Like I like playing this type of stuff. So I was like I'm gonna play here. And then so when I got that email, I was like, there's no way. Like, this is a dream.
And was that like something like a validation for you? Like, oh, like I am practicing. It is like paying off. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
When did like after that moment did you start feeling like you were good at it?
I'm
like
this.
when
I'm
like
the- I'm
when
the
did you
shit,
start
like,
feeling
yo.
like I'm really like a good DJ or like people really fuck with me?
Well, like I still try to be like humble with it. Like I don't
Right,
think,
right.
Yeah, we're not saying like,
We're not saying,
get
like,
on your
like-
Kanye shit and like,
Yeah,
be like,
no.
I'm the best to ever do it.
Like, oh, I got people like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I think like after I played 1 for 3 a few times, I felt like, oh wow, like I'm DJing.
yeah.
I never thought to do it like full time because I don't know, DJing is kind of, I don't know, the job is a little, it's like risky, you know,
Yeah.
especially as
Yeah.
a girl in like in a male dominated industry. So I kind of just like, oh, this is a fun hobby and like it's kind of like easy money.
Do you ever feel that? Like what you said, like it being like, oh, like it is very like a male dominated thing. Like, so when you go to these different venues like Cuffing Season or 143, I think 143 is probably different because it's started by So Super Sam. But like Cuffing Season, these different events, do you ever feel like, wow, I'm the only girl here? Like, does that ever feel weird to you? Or like, do you feel that pressure ever or no?
I definitely feel that pressure because like
That
I feel
Peer pressure.
peer pressure. No, I definitely feel it because like a lot of the DJs that are like at the prime time are like guys and like they're all like scratching and stuff. And me, I'm still trying to learn how to scratch.
Yeah.
And,
is
like,
scratching still tight though? Like, do people still?
Yeah, a lot
I
of people
see.
do
I'm
it.
unfamiliar. Like,
If I'm at Cuffing Season and they're playing Yo by Chris Brown, they start scratching over Yo, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna turn around pissed. I'm gonna be like, yo, let the outro play.
I know what you mean though, because sometimes it's like you're doing too much. Like, let me just hear the song. But like, I'm still trying to. I want to learn how to do it though. My dad never really learned how to scratch, so I want to like
One up
go
him?
for that. Yeah. No. I would-
sorry,
no.
Dad. Like,
No, but what was the question again? Wait.
being in a male dominated like field.
You definitely feel the pressure, and sometimes like I feel like some girls could be lowballed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
But-
like price wise, like
Yeah.
what they pay you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts. Do you feel like girls like in general, or have you felt that like directly? You know what I mean?
I felt it before, and you just kind of like turn down the.
Oh,
the gig.
really?
Yeah, because like you gotta know your worth at the same time.
oh wow. For real.
Damn, know yourself, know your worth.
Shout out Drake.
Thank you.
Yo, I just want to. So on the mixes you have up, I doing research for this because you know
Okay.
we did
Research.
deep, we did deep.
Research.
Which makes.
Well,
time?
I have a couple of notes on a couple. Well, actually, I was gonna take them, and I just took down one. I'll talk about that later. But you don't name your mixes. I don't know. What do DJs usually name their mixes?
I don't know. Like it just depends on like I guess the mood of the mix. I don't know.
Because I know you
It's
name
like-
yours. How do you name yours?
By timestamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did?
That came about because like I just couldn't think of like I would try to think of titles. And I'm like, this is too corny. Like I can't.
What was one of the-
I don't
Midnight
even
Dream.
Night Crew?
I don't even remember. Or like in my feelings. I don't know. So then I was like, you know what? It's like 3 a.m. I think my first one is like 3 a.m., but that one was deleted. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it by timestamp and like maybe change it after, and I just
Yeah.
never did.
When I was listening to those, I was listening to a couple of them. I was driving to San Diego, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna play a couple
cool.
of them. Yeah. So I was it's funny because do you name them after like the actual time that you made them at, or you name them after like this is the mood I would feel if it was this time?
Oh.
You know what I
No,
mean?
that's what people ask me all the time. But I name it when it's like uploaded.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
upload complete. Okay,
A little
that's
less
the
cool.
time.
I was gonna, a little less cool, but
Yeah, I know.
Because I was listening to them, right? And I was listening to there was like a 2 something or a 3 a.m. one, and it was more like smooth type of stuff, right? Stuff I would think I would listen to at like 3 a.m. Then I listened to like a 7 p.m. one, and the 7 p.m. one is more,
More
like
lit.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
so I was like, oh, she must be doing this on purpose, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't like that.
Oh, that makes me mad. I'm just kidding.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
So one of the things that I was gonna take more notes on them, but it was on the 921. If I
Okay.
say the name, if I say the times, do you know what mix I'm talking about?
I have to think about it, but that one I know.
How many mixes do you have up right now?
I think like 5.
Ooh, hella plays. Also, you check the play count, my
I
guy.
don't know.
What's your highest played one?
Check the high- just flex
And
them
don't act
all
like you
over.
Honestly,
don't
I
know.
haven't checked. I haven't checked like recently.
Hold on, let me pull this.
We gotta
up.
pull these up, but
Look, I
they're
got it
kind of
right here.
doing numbers.
I
low
do
key.
check like who listens to it though, because like I have
can
like
see on
SoundCloud Pro.
SoundCloud,
Yeah.
right?
SoundCloud Pro.
You can see like where they are too.
Guess if you had to guess, what's your highest? If you had to guess what mix is the most played. If you had to guess, which
Most
of,
played?
do you even remember what times
Maybe
they are?
920. Or the one with like Janet and Tupac. I don't know.
Your most played one is 6:59 p.m. There's no way you can remember all
With the
these,
Drake.
The Drake cover,
Yeah,
the baby Drake
okay.
cover.
I remember them by cover, but
and that has 75,000.
Hey, flex on them.
Don't act like you
No,
didn't
I
know
swear
that.
I didn't know. I swear.
75.
What?
But your second most played one is the one that I want to talk about. It's a 9:20 p.m. one.
Oh, okay, with the ice cream.
So you don't remember these names? Like, there's no way, right? Like,
I would find it hard to remember these, like, in naming them by times. Like, that's tough for me.
Yeah,
Like, all these
nothing's-
numbers.
I mean, I remember those.
those
I
are the
remember
poppin'
that there's a
ones.
710.
Yes.
Yeah, there is.
There is 710.
Yeah,
I actually
true.
forgot the most recent one. I don't know what time that is.
12:51.
Okay, that one.
Got you.
But on the 921, you have this. I didn't know because I'm big. I'm like a big hip hop guy. And shit.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Oh, that's really like hit it a lot.
Peer pressure.
And so like I like hearing songs and then looking up the samples.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about in this mix?
No.
So you go from Lauryn Hill. I forget what song it is.
It's doo-wop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From that to a Drake. What the
Draft Day?
Draft Day.
Draft Day.
And I didn't even know that was a sample. So I was listening.
Are
you
you
didn't know that?
I didn't know
serious?
that.
The watch out.
I'm a big Drake fan
Oh
and I'm a
my
big Lauryn Hill
gosh,
fan,
no
and so
way.
I'm listening to it, and my mind was like, I was like, what? This is where this came from? Because I love that. I love the beat in
Yeah,
Draft
that's
Day.
a good
that's
beat.
like the reason I mixed it with that because I was like, oh my god, I love that song. So I just put it at the
Is it
end.
hard to, do they always match up when it's a sample in the song that samples it?
Not always, but that one did.
That song, and like I tell Brandon this because when I was like I feel like when everyone was listening to 2000s R&B,
Oh, forever.
I was into like Green Day, Weezer, ska music and shit. So I missed out on like all these R&B songs. So it's funny, like our friend Jordan, like I'll be finding all these songs and he'll be like, bro, I used to listen to that like third grade.
Yeah.
And stuff. But like listen to your mixes, like because I missed out on that whole era of like what's your favorite era of like music if you had to pick?
Like 90s, thousands R&B.
That's what I thought. Okay.
You can tell.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could tell. I could tell by the mixes. But you also put me on to like one of the songs I downloaded was that I heard. I had to like Shazam it off of your mix. Was I don't know if you'll know. Do you know like all the songs you play? Like how do you find the songs? Because I feel like I don't have a library of songs.
Yeah, they're just songs I like really like.
So you know all the ones that you put in your
Yeah.
mixes.
Yeah.
So the song that I picked up was
J. Cole.
no. What? Come on.
I don't know. I don't
Come
know.
on. It was a Gorilla Black. You're the one. You know-
Yeah.
I had
That's
never
like one of my favorite songs. That's another go-to. Like Hey
Really?
Ma, Hey Ma is one, and then You're the One.
because this one's like not like Hey Ma's like super popular. Like you
Yeah.
play it at a party. If you play the song like.
Only some people know it. Yeah.
I've never even heard of this. He sounds like Biggie.
Really?
Like he
Yeah,
sounds
exactly
so much like
right.
Biggie.
He kind of looks like him too.
Yeah,
A little
no,
bit.
I heard it and I thought it was Biggie, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, I've never heard this Biggie song before," because it sounded like 2000s R&B.
Uh-huh.
I have a question. I don't want to.
Ask
What's up with Filipino people
Oh my god,
And-
I knew it. Like
and 2000s R&B? What is?
Let me
what
just
is-
get in here
what
before-
is going? What is going
Let
on?
me get here before.
I had to be asked. You know what
I
I mean?
love
Like someone had to
R&B.
ask.
honestly, I hate it. It's like a stereotype, but like that's just what I like. So
I'm not hating. I
don't
like
know
that
what it is,
music
though.
too. I like that music
music.
too.
I don't know. Maybe it's because like our parents listen to like really good music and they've always been playing it, so we just kind of like I don't know. I feel like Filipinos are very musical.
Yo, I feel like that's true. Like I feel like,
Like
my,
they can either dance, sing, whatever. Like I can't sing. My brother can sing, but I'm more of like,
my dad likes to sing. Like
Yeah.
dad, like
I know a lot of
yeah.
Filipinos who can dance or who
I used
listen.
to dance.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
I also used to dance, my guy.
Hey, we got a b-boy in the house, right?
Really?
I used to be boy, low key.
The 5 pillars of hip hop.
The five
I
pillars
used
of-
to be on like a competition team. but-
Whoa,
like the Jabboy.
like
No.
Team
You were
Millennia
a
or whatever.
Jabberwocky?
like-
Millennium. I was on Team Millennium
You're in
Juniors.
oh TM Juniors,
Damn,
Or like I
the
was
deep
on,
Filipino
it
guts.
really runs in the.
I was on like the recent one I was on was it's called Underground. Do you
yeah,
know
yeah,
that? Yeah,
I've
How
heard
long
of
ago
it.
was that? How long ago was your
It was
dance
like my
career?
senior year of high school. So.
Okay.
Oh wow! So like, it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, not too long ago.
And so, like dancing, did that influence the music you liked?
Yeah,
Okay. And I'm
definitely.
sure that helps you pick songs that like move people, like
Uh-huh.
in the club or
Exactly.
venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it helped me like with like counting songs. Because like you have to do that
Oh.
for choreography. So
Right. Right.
One,
Right.
doing
two,
it in
3,
DJing
4.
is just kind of like, one cat, two cat. It's like that's what you're doing.
Is that what they use? The cat?
Yeah, cat.
1 cat, 2 cat.
Boom, cat.
Damn, that's funny. So a lot of places you play, and a lot of the places we like to go to, like I've started to realize this, because like you know how you go to different venues, and like there's a different type of crowd there, and they play a different type of music. I love going to the Filipino spots.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because they're playing in 2000s R&B.
Exactly.
You gotta go to downtown Fullerton. You gotta go to Florentine.
Have you ever been to
All the-
Florentine's?
I've been like once, honestly, not that many times, but
Florentine's. That
I
was
hear it's fun.
that was the only place I knew like that. That was the first time I got baptized into the Filipino music scene. Like dead ass. Like
But then you have to go to 1 for 3. Like that's
It's
like,
only the natural transition.
it's literally like all Filipinos though.
Hey.
is it really?
It's yeah.
It's
That's why I like Lock and Key though, because it's like a little bit more mixed too, but with some Filipinos too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like universal because like the one of the bigger ones I went to was cuffing season, and I feel like yeah, that type of music like 2000s R&B, like the Chris Browns of the world and like that type of stuff. It is like a big Filipino crowd, but there's also like a Mexican crowd and like a black crowd.
Yeah.
I don't even though like it is a big Filipino crowd, it also brings like Mexican and black people as well.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just Filipino.
Just like listening to your experience about like getting into DJing and stuff, like you were really into So Super Sam.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I was like, I found it hard for me to like catch up on like DJ history. You know what I mean? Because with music it's a little bit easier because you kind of can work backwards, right? But like
Yeah.
with DJ history, I had no like platforms to go off of. Like I didn't know who was big and back then and whatnot. So I actually latched on to So Super Sam also. Like, oh, like she's really good. Like I'm gonna latch on to this. You know what I mean? But have you like dived or dove? I don't know the past tense. Deeper into the history of like DJing and stuff, or are you more like a present day like Selection fan?
I mean, I know some DJs, like
Yeah.
some older, like have you guys heard of the Beat Junkies?
I have heard of them.
I have. I
no
never
idea.
I mean,
listened.
they started like, I feel like they're like the fathers of like turntablism.
How are we gonna
Dude,
call
how
ourselves
I
Five
don't
Pillars
know.
of Hip Hop? We don't know
We don't have
the
the
Beat Junkies.
No, like they're crazy. Like they're so good at scratching. They have like a studio in Glendale now. That's actually where I want to learn how to scratch.
Oh,
Do they teach like
Yeah, they
classes
teach.
and
They
stuff?
teach. They teach like a lot of kids too, and they're really good. So they have a studio there now, and I watch them at. Have you guys been to Low End Theory?
Don't. That's like okay. There's a,
That's
okay.
where you have to go. Like if
It's-
you're really into like the producing and DJing world, like it's like
Because it's
kinda-
all beat makers,
it's
right?
Small too, yeah.
It's not even like
smaller.
DJs. It's like because I'm like really into like hip hop, obviously, but like also the producing side. Like I really like people who produce music. I produce music as well, but I like listening, and so I've seen like low end theory, especially like years ago. Like that was the spot for people coming up. Like all the people that I listen to now, like had gone through low end theory. So I'm hot that I didn't.
You guys have to go.
yo.
I watched the Beat Junkies there. It was like crazy.
Yeah.
They're so good. Like I need to learn how to scratch. Like the day that I saw them, I was like, okay, I need to learn how to scratch from them.
And so like, would you say that there's like big stylistic differences like between like older styles and like today's styles, or is it roughly the same? You feel like?
It's definitely evolved. Cause like nowadays some clubs don't even have like turntables at the club or something. They just have like a controller or DD or CDJs.
Right.
And like you just have to, like I don't even have CDJs, so I can't even like. It's not that I can't play on it, but I haven't practiced on it enough.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather like play on turntables. That's what I learned on.
Right.
So I mean,
And
there's a
so
difference there.
when
yeah.
you show up to a venue, like you have to bring your own. Like, do you ever bring your own stuff, like your own equipment and stuff, or no?
I brought my controller sometimes. Like
And
if
the
they-
controller's just small. The
Yeah,
small
it's
thing
like-
with the.
it's like
Okay,
this
yeah.
big,
I get you.
Yeah, but if they have turntables, I'll play on those.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you can play on like the controller. You can play on turntables. You
Yeah.
can play on whatever.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference?
I like turntables.
That's kind of tight. I feel
Yeah.
like that keeps
Yeah.
it to its roots. Like
Yeah, 'cause,
DJ
like,
Real
roots.
hip-hop, you know?
It's
Five
different because
pillars.
it's like a little heavier. Because like I have a controller too, and that one's like so small. It's like
Yeah.
pretty small. So like
Yeah.
the touch is super. What do you call it? Like light. I don't know explain it.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
And like vinyl, if you like think about
You're
it,
actually
vinyl is
moving the
bigger,
thi-
so it's like a little heavier.
Yeah.
And like when you're used to that at home, you just want to play what you're used to.
right.
Yeah. So like I know like I don't know if this is true, but in my head like DJs basically are people who play music and can keep like people go to DJs one for like their mixing ability, but I feel like a big part of it is like taste.
Curating. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So like growing up, were you the person where like everyone's like, "Yo, Celine, make me a mix CD"? Like you know what I mean? Where people coming to you for because they already knew. Like, did you know you had I wouldn't say like
the
a
gift.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was gonna say I wouldn't
No,
say
I
a
know what you
gift.
But the ear, like,
But did you know like you had like an eclectic soul?
oh my God, chill out.
Eclectic
I mean, I
soul.
did like I like what I like, and then people were like, "Oh, you have good taste." So like, I just like to share my stuff too. Like I said, like on MySpace, I would have like those playlists and be like, "Oh, you always have good songs on your profile, whatever." So yeah, I mean, I like. I mean, a lot of people like my taste in music, and I'd make mixes for some people, but not like mixes, but like mixtapes.
Like
So,
CDs.
Yeah, like I'd curate playlists for like different moods and stuff. But
That's pretty tight.
That is cool.
that's when LimeWire was still.
Oh
Wow.
I never
damn.
was on LimeWire, to be
really?
honest. No, never.
Yo, Lahi, you're afraid your computer's gonna get a
Viruses
virus?
everywhere.
No, I just didn't know. I was a young boy. Yeah.
LimeWire was popping.
Really.
LimeWire was a spot. Damn, I had a question. I forgot it. I'm
So yeah, like a
sorry.
big part of it is curating, because you can be really like you could be really good technically and know how
Mm-hmm.
to beat match and do all this stuff, but if like the crowd is bored of what you're playing, then you're not that great of a DJ.
It's like you have to
in
be
curating,
balanced, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
So
gotta read the crowd.
this is a little unrelated to DJing, but more like personally. I
Mm-hmm.
know like you like really like New York. Like I was like
Yeah.
on your Instagram, like you're always
Yeah,
there. I feel
yeah,
like like you're always in New York.
That's so true.
Like I really like New York, but
Mm-hmm.
what about New York City? Like, do you like so much?
Let's see. My first time I went there, so my cousin's from there.
Okay.
So like I'm always there because my cousin's there too.
Yeah,
But like the first time I went there, it was just like, wow, the city is so like fast and like
you can feel it in
You
the
like
air,
that?
right?
yeah,
People
and
like
people
it.
are like hustling.
Dude, I like it.
I freaking love it.
It's tight.
Yeah, and I love how like you get to walk everywhere and there's like the
Yes.
architecture. It's
Thank
like
you.
The fast pace of the city. I'm a city person, so like some people be like, I can't believe like you would want to live in New York, but I'm like, I would so live in New York. I really like the public transportation.
I feel
Oh,
it.
you laugh like it's
I
funny.
feel you.
Like,
Yeah.
I heard that's very useful. Like,
Yeah,
I
like my
heard
cousin's like, I can't believe like you like this about New York. Like she's like annoyed of it.
Yeah.
the only
yeah.
The only place I experienced that was in San Francisco with like the BART and stuff, and I like went on one time. And I was like, wow, it's kind of tight. You can get lit and then just take.
You don't have to worry about nothing. Like,
Exactly. You can-
Exactly.
I had a friend who went over for work in New York, and he's like, out in LA, like people who go to like happy hour and stuff, like they go to happy hour, but everyone drinks like a drink or two because everyone got to drive home after.
Yeah.
He's saying like after work, at his work, they would go like to happy hour, and people would get like lit because they could just go home and take the subway. And I was like, man, that.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the $2 margaritas, bro. If I can get a ton, I was get as many as I can.
Yeah. I would so move there. Like I would go there like if I got into school there.
hopefully you do, man.
Hopefully.
Hopefully you do.
Peer pressure.
Giving her the blessing.
I actually like started my love for New York because I actually interned at a PT place there, or 2 PT places there
In
for,
New York?
all the way
for,
out
like,
there.
5 weeks. Yeah, that was like back when I was after my freshman year of college. So I was like, oh, I want to do PT. Like let me try to do something like in the city that I love.
Oh,
So then I tried, and then I volunteered at this place called Performing Arts Physical Therapy. So they rehabbed performers that were on Broadway. So it was literally like two blocks from Times Square. I was like starstruck.
That's a very specific.
I know.
That's a very specific.
Yeah, I
like,
know. Yeah, it was so fun, but that's why I loved it because I had to learn how to be independent like pretty young.
had you been to New York previously, or was that your first time to New York?
No, I'd been there previously with my family.
right.
okay,
right.
just
And we
like
even
a
did like the
trip.
ball drop and everything. That's crazy.
Oh, for like New Year and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was there a lot
I
of
did that
people there?
twice, and I would never do it again. But it was
Super
fun.
cold,
It was
huh?
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of people there? Like I've seen it
Yeah,
on
and
TV.
you can't go pee.
You had to like hold your spot, right?
Yeah, you can't
Crazy.
move.
That doesn't sound fun. Like,
yeah,
and
no,
you
yeah,
did
you're
it
standing
twice?
Mm-hmm.
there. You're standing for 12 hours.
You were there for 12 hours?
I did it twice.
Why?
Yeah.
After
24 hours of your life was
know.
standing for them.
I feel like that's one of those things you do once and you're like, all right, I'm cool. I'm
No,
not gonna do that again.
And it's like it's crazy because you're there and like when it's a ball drop, you're like, oh my god, like the new year, and then like all this confetti, and then it's like everyone leaves. Like it's just like
Like super
like,
fast.
alright.
it's like 5 minutes and it's done.
Peace.
Wow.
My mom's a big hater of New Year's.
Really?
Yeah, because he's like no one does this on my birthday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
Yeah.
like, okay, it turned to 12. Exactly, you blow the thing and you go home. Mm-hmm. That's it.
But do you ever feel like eventually you would have to like the further you get into your like PT career, like would you ever give up DJing? Would that be something your life would lead you to do?
I thought about this before, but if I got into PT school, I'd have to like really focus on that and just DJ like maybe like once a month or something. Still, because like I still would want to do it.
Yeah.
It's only like 1 to 2 hours of like in a night.
Right.
So I'd have to like slow down, but I wouldn't give it up.
No.
How often are you putting out like mixes and stuff? Because I know like part of being a DJ is not only doing the gigs, but like also like putting music out and like having people hear your mixes and stuff. So how often do you do that?
The last time I think 1250. The last mix that I had is like freaking May or June. I don't know, of 2017. I haven't done one in a while, so I just do it when I can.
Mm-hmm. How hard is it to do that? I don't like, because I was listening to these and I was like wondering like, are you doing all these like live mixings and you put them on? Like, do you practice before you record them? I have no idea how that process of putting them up on SoundCloud works.
Yeah, I record it live. So if I mess up like in the middle of a mix, like let's say it's like 15 minutes already, I gotta do it again.
Yo.
I know there's some mixes I've done like 30 times. Well, not 30 times, like 20 times.
Wow.
Because like one part I'm just like bugs me. But even like the ones that I put up, they're not like super, super perfect.
There's some things that still like...
Yeah, because some people will like fix their mixes like on Ableton or something.
Yeah.
But I just like do it.
Because the people I know, the people I know who put up mixes,
you can edit it, but I honestly don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
right.
Everyone I know who does it, they don't even mix it themselves. They just they just go up on Ableton and they like mix like.
Yeah, they don't even.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, you can just like move this stuff. You don't have to like actually do it. Yeah. I don't know how to do it, but
that's all because like I think this is more impressive because it's all like doing it live. Like, that's actual skill. You know what I mean? Like there is skill doing Ableton to make it sound good. Like I'm not saying that. But it's you're good at Ableton. You're not good at DJing.
Right.
Which I think is a difference. So like going back to like your music taste and stuff. Like what's some of like your favorite artists like of all time and like some people who you listen to now like as well?
Okay, I love Lauryn Hill, like you said. I love Drake.
Man.
So that was like the perfect mashup right there. That was like your highlight.
Usher.
Hey, classic.
Superstar Forever.
Classic. Yeah, I know exactly.
Superstar Forever.
Superstar is my favorite song.
Yeah.
Who else? Kendrick Lamar is crazy.
Go.
Kendrick Lamar with his voice.
SZA's one of my favorites.
She's having a moment this year. Like she's having a
She
big
didn't even win for Control.
No, I'm pissed.
I'm pissed for her, but
that was my favorite album of the year. Was it? No, it was number 2. Sorry, I take it back.
What's number 1?
Smino.
Oh, Smino's good too.
Yeah, Smino's my.
It's all about Coachella.
Don't talk to me. That's the thing. Like I like now that I'm getting older and like people have more stuff to do. Like when I was in high school, I could find like so many people to go to concerts with me. Right? I had 2 SZA tickets. And I couldn't give them away. Like I was literally like, "Yo, I need someone to go to the SZA concert." I was like, and
like recently,
literally on her Control tour.
Oh my god! I was trying to go to that show. Everyone was selling it for like $230.
Me and my friend tried to get tickets. Me and Christian, we tried to get tickets, and we couldn't get tickets. Or no, he couldn't get tickets. We tried to get at the same time, and I got tickets. I was like, I'm gonna cop 2. I'm gonna go. I was like, I'll find someone. Couldn't find anyone to go with me.
Oh my god!
And I was like, yo, I'm really not trying to go to this myself. And I get, Meg. Never mind. I gave them to her. I thought you knew. I gave them to our friend. You know Meg? No.
Oh, no.
But anyway, I gave them to her, and then and I didn't go, and it just like, but that relates to SZA thing. Cause I was hyped to see SZA, and I fucking.
It's all right, man.
I love SZA. Yeah. And I like Brockhampton.
Yo, they're having a moment too.
Yeah. I can't wait to see them.
Is it hard for you to like get into new music ever? Because for me, like sometimes I'm listening to like this is tight, but like I feel like I'm not even old, but like now I'm like getting older. Like in high school, it was super easy for me to like latch on to someone new or whatever. But now it's like harder for me. I kind of just want to go back.
Picky, yeah,
I just want to go back to the stuff I like.
Old stuff.
I only listen to Frank Ocean. Like that's it.
I was gonna say Frank Ocean.
My guy.
This dude cool.
Yeah. Did you see him at FYF?
Yeah, I did. I did
like
see him at FYF.
There. Okay, it's kind of funny. I lost my friends at like. Who's before Frank?
Was it
Tribe Called Quest?
Yes. I love Tribe Called Quest. So I was there. I like lost my friends and I was like, where are they? Like I can't lose my spot. I'm literally like right here.
Yeah.
So I was by myself during Frank Ocean.
Man, I was singing my heart out.
Crying. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm seeing him.
You want to hear my Frank Ocean story?
Yeah.
Oh, at FYF.
Here we go.
I wasn't with him, by the way.
You ran into him?
No, it's better. Oh, we have a story for you.
I feel like I've told the story so many times.
No, we've never told it on air before, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, first, when I was at FYF trying to see Frank Ocean, I was there, and we had a group of people, and like we're going to see him, and then like He starts performing. He plays my favorite song, which is Lens, and he plays it, and I'm like,
Dude.
I cried. I dead ass
Every time I
cried.
hear that song now, I think of FYF because like that bit. Oh my god, it's so good.
And at least I got to see that, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we're chilling there, and then this girl that we went with passed out, and she like threw up like on herself, and then I was like, fuck.
So you got into VIP.
No.
Okay, I
You
know
get
someone.
into VIP like that?
I know someone who passed out there too, and he got into VIP.
At FYF?
They put him in VIP so he could breathe.
No way.
Yeah.
No, I had to carry this girl out with my friend, thinking
Why?
she was about to die. Like thinking like, oh god, this is bad. Like, and literally we were pretty close. Oh, you weren't with us.
I wasn't with
We were
you
pretty
guys.
close up front.
Hmm.
And literally like people were trying to see Frank Ocean, so we weren't trying to move. Even though I was trying to get out, carried her out, like and I literally came back and I saw like Future Free and I saw Nights. And that was it. So I saw the beginning like 10 minutes and I saw like the final 10 minutes. And literally the
Oh
whole
my
day,
God.
we only bought tickets to see
For
Frank Ocean.
That's why.
I didn't care about. I didn't, even though the rest of the lineup was really really
That's
good.
what I wanted to see.
I didn't
too.
care.
One person.
That's
Uh-huh.
why we went.
I was singing my heart out in the back. I was like, no one else was singing in the back. It was just me.
Oh my god, I was like crushed because I'm really short, so I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
I couldn't even like record because like I wasn't gonna record, but I was like, I want to watch this again.
Yeah, I feel that. Like people hate on that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, just enjoy the moment. But it's like, yo, if I'm trying to see this like again, like I kind of like there's some moments I want to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not hating on it.
And the visuals were really good for that too.
Yeah,
In the back,
right?
yeah.
Oh my god,
So
that was
good.
so good.
He looks so tight with the headphones on. Like that shit was
does.
hard. Like
And then when he did Thinking About You with the Jay Dilla.
That was crazy.
Oh my
The
god,
mi-
I
that was
cried.
crazy.
Missed
Yeah,
that
it
whole
was So
thing.
good.
I
It
missed
was
it.
so good.
I downloaded like it was like someone made an album of like the live performance, so I just listened to it.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, it's on the
YouTube?
it's on the Reddit. It's on the Frank Ocean Reddit.
Yo, he's
I'ma
deep
look
in the
it up.
Frank
I'll
Ocean
look it up.
Reddit.
No, it's like they have like the good guy performance, the live
That
one.
was one of my favorites.
Amazing.
When he was like, "Fuck."
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
I was laughing so hard when he did that.
Wait,
Yo, man.
he has to tell you about the time he met Frank Ocean.
I didn't mean
No.
it. No,
Yeah,
I didn't mean it. I
deadass.
didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Stop.
Okay. So we were at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I'm not sure which one it was.
It's in the LA. It's one that's closest to Griffith Observatory. We went to Griffith
Okay.
Observatory and it was like late at night. So
Oh,
it was
we
right
did go
before
to-
Roscoe's was about to close.
Okay, so then we were paying, right? We were standing at the front, we were paying, and I was looking at my friend. My back was towards the door, and then
Here we go.
my friend was sitting down, and I was standing up, and there's a row of chairs where you're sitting.
Here we go.
And he goes, "Yo," he points. That's Frank Ocean.
Next thing that happens,
Wait.
Brennan
No, no, no,
looks
no,
like
no.
this and he faints
I
and
didn't
falls
faint.
over. He felt like Frank Ocean's.
Oh my
Frank Ocean's
God.
walking in and Brennan goes, "Where?" And he falls.
He's exaggerating. No, let me
falls
let me
down in
paint
the
you the real-
middle of the restaurant.
You couldn't let me tell my
did or
story,
did
my
you
guy.
not fall down in the middle of the restaurant?
So I was like, "Yo, what?" I was like, I turned my head. I was trying to like tap someone. Like
Fell.
I missed everyone completely. I was like, "Yo." I was trying to tap someone.
There
on
was
the
no
leg.
one around him. He was by
I was
himself.
like, "Yo," and then I missed. I stumbled.
Stumbled.
I stumbled, and then I got up, and then we all just walked out because I wasn't trying to like talk to him. I wasn't trying to be around.
Right.
I was just
But you
trying
were,
to
like,
be out
right
of
there.
Yeah, I was trying to be out of there though. I'm not trying to meet you
my
like
girlfriend,
this.
my girlfriend at the time was like, "Do you think he'll want to take a picture?" And I was like, "Nope," and I dipped.
Yeah,
You
we were just
definitely wouldn't, yeah.
no, yeah.
And she went up to him, asked for a picture. She's like, "I'm eating right now," and she's like,
Really?
"Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ocean." And she walked out.
She said, "Mr. Ocean."
Well, she probably
Oh,
did. She's
dude,
black. Just kidding.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'd be sad though. Like if he said no. I mean, I know he's gonna say no, but that's pretty good.
Yeah.
yeah. And so he
I mean, but you were that close to him, so.
and he
Yeah,
fainted. Like I not many
Everyone
people,
I said the F word as in fainted, I tripped. I like fell, I like stumbled. I didn't really.
he
I didn't
definitely-
lose consciousness. I didn't like
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Frank Ocean walked in the room and Brandon fell down.
That's
like
the gist.
That's what
That's the
happened.
gist. But it's just a loss of balance.
Oh my god. If I
And-
ran into him, I probably would like. I don't know.
Fall
Like
too.
I wouldn't say anything because I like freeze.
Yeah. On all the as we were leaving, we heard like the staff, like the waiters and waitresses, like, "Yo, who's that? Like, who's that? Oh, he has that song, Think About You." Because this is like kind of early on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, OGs on the
You know,
on the
whatever.
radio,
Yeah.
you know?
Whatever. You know.
Do you have any gigs coming up that people can catch you at, or like do you line them up ahead of time, or how's that work? People just hit you up like, "Yo."
Yeah, and most of the time they're like usually like really last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I don't really have anything. The next one I have is like in May and it's for a wedding.
Oh,
Okay.
So that one's more of
Open
like
bar?
a,
Just
that's
kidding.
like that's like invite only, you know. 'Cause-
Oh, yeah.
but like
Ooh, sorry, Dom. Can't come.
Exclusive
no, I'm
Celinerrr,
just saying, like-
exclusive Celinerrr set.
it's not really like a bar or like a,
Yeah.
club type.
It's a wedding. It's a wedding. Yeah, I
but
understand
we'll
that.
see.
Yeah. If you have another one, let us know. We're
trying to come through.
Yeah, we're trying to
For
go.
sure.
Yeah, for
'cause
sure.
We seen
Yeah.
you that one time.
Hopefully, play like Recess again. Usually, you play there, so we'll see.
What is
That's at Recess is at Lock and Key.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Because we've been trying to go to Lock and Key.
Yeah,
I gotta remember.
You have to get in.
I gotta remember no graphic tees.
I'll put you on the list.
Hey. Put me on.
Peer pressure on the
son.
way.
Oh, check the list. It's under peer pressure.
Thank you.
But yeah, you
But
guys
yeah,
come through.
anything else you want to like? Where can people listen to your stuff? Find you? You know.
You can listen to my mixes at soundcloud.com/it's Celinerrr with 3 R's.
Wait, it sounds. I was making sure you got the. I didn't know that.
Celinerrr.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just
Okay.
Celinerrr with 3 R's.
3
Yeah.
R's. Count them.
3 R's. Why the 3? Is it just like
I don't know, because with 1, it like people think it's like Celinerrr, and then 2 is just kind of like why 2, so it's just 3.
you know what?
3 is the magic number,
I,
my
you know what?
guy.
I
I
respect
honestly
that.
don't know.
Triangles are the
respect
strongest
that.
shapes in nature.
Follow her on Instagram at
Celine Malilai.
Oh, with the
Malilai, with the
Filipino
Filipino
accent.
accent.
You know, can you speak Tagalog
I understand, but like,
more than me? You know,
speaking is like really hard. I have to I'm really slow.
You can't see this, but she also has the Pinoy star tattooed across her
On her-
arm. She's really with the
No,
YouTube
business.
exclusive.
She's
never,
really
never.
with the business.
YouTube exclusive, Pinoy Pride.
Is that anything else you want to let the people know? Where to find you at? Where to book her at? Malilai Celine.
MalaiCeline@gmail.com.
Book her.
Anything-
Lock and
My
key.
email.
Anything,
She's coming to Florentine's near you,
Oh, I
Anything
wish.
you want to say to anyone who's just starting to DJ? What is the most helpful tip?
aka Brandon.
No, not anymore.
Practice every day.
It's every day, bro.
Practice makes almost perfect. I don't know. Learn from OGs. And
Find your OGs.
Find your
Hit up her
OG.
dad.
Yeah, and just
Learn
put
from
in the work.
Super Saiyan. Cool.
And just be patient, I guess.
I guess. Just be patient. I guess.
feel like it.
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, because
Hey, listen to my mix. I guess.
Yeah. That too.
All right.
And we're out of here.
Peer pressure. Pressure. Peer pressure.